Well, good morning. We are at home and I'm with the girls and the boy. Yes, this is what I missed when I was in Cabo. So you might hear them interact with me today. I thought I'd come down with them because they haven't been with mom very much. Thanks for tuning in. It's the Real Monica Adams Show, the home version of the Real Monica Adams Show. And are you at home? Are you heading off to work? If you only can catch a little bit of the show, remember you can always come back and watch our shows since they are streamed. Monday was our official 400th show. And we've got our big celebration of 400 coming up on Friday. 50 tickets sold so far on our website. We have our final few days before the big celebration. I did talk with the owners, Tiffany and Larry, and I believe if you absolutely have to make that last minute decision, that we should be able to maybe let you get some tickets on Friday at the door. But I would prefer that we give all the information to the Winklers so that they can get all the preparations ready for your big steak dinner on Friday night. That's right. You get a real plate for the Real Monica Adams Show with steak and potato and salad, the big celebration of 400 shows. But more importantly, what it's really about is celebrating our heroes, the heroes in police, the heroes in fire, paramedics, etc. What we're going to be doing is giving money to Responder Rescue and, of course, having a great time. There's going to be a band there. I've got a surprise guest. Now, let me see if she wrote me back before I give you this information. All right, I don't want to do it just yet. I know she said she moved some things around. When I can make the official announcement, which hopefully will be later today in my social media post or by tomorrow morning when we have our show live from Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue, that I'll be able to sprinkle in a little bit more information. Trust me, it's big, and you will want to see this person perform. Let's just put it that way. There's also a band that I believe Tiffany and Larry have secured to start playing around 7:30, but this music would maybe be before that. It's somebody big. Let me just tell you that. We've been working behind the scenes to get that set for you. So this is Tiffany, the owner of Circle 6 Farm, the meat market, and the watering hole. It's right there on 94, right by the Katy Trail. So if you want to sit outside, it's going to be a gorgeous evening, just like today, starting off actually a little chilly. They've got this cool stage, as you can see, and they are very patriotic. We are going to be there again, and we hope you can as well. So if you want to purchase tickets and you haven't done so yet, go to therealmonicaadams.com, click on the events calendar, click on October 4th, and that's how you'll purchase your tickets. If you have already, thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and then share that with all your friends and family. We're going to have some cool giveaways. I've got some things that I'm putting together, and again, just having a lot of fun. And we'll get an opportunity to meet some of you I've never had a chance to meet before in person, having a good time together. Good morning. Hannah is at home doing moderation for you today. Good morning, Sean Fitzgerald. Feel free to say hi if you are tuning in and let us know if you're a brand new viewer, if we maybe met on a plane or met in Mexico, or maybe we met somewhere just crossing paths, or someone told you about the show. Thank you, by the way, and looking forward to hearing what you want more of on the show, what you want a little less of on the show, things like that. Definitely want the show to be what you want. Kathleen, good morning. Looking forward to celebrating on Friday, she says. Yes. So nice to see all of you that have purchased your tickets already. So I mentioned as you step out the door, it's a little chilly, definitely a different feel than you had yesterday. Here is your 10-day forecast. So today we are expecting a very cool morning. In fact, for some of you, you're in the low 50s. Some of you maybe even in the upper 40s. 74 for the high today. Just absolutely gorgeous. We're going to have our Wet Your Whistle Wednesday live from Marthasville, the actually Lake Sherwood area. That's where we're doing Wet Your Whistle at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So if you haven't seen that, tune in for that. Should be a lot of fun. Thursday, 82 for the high, and look at those lows. Again, upper 50s to low 60s. Friday, as we head into the weekend, 83 with, again, just a mix of sun and some clouds. No mention of rain in this entire 10-day forecast. Saturday, if you're a St. Louis City SC fan, they're in action. 85 for that high. Sunday, 82. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, low to mid to upper 70s as we head through the week, which is just an absolutely incredible, truly fall-like forecast. Are you all enjoying this, by the way? I want you to interact as much as you can today. Do you enjoy the fact that summer is over and that you're into fall? And if so, what are your favorite things to do in fall? Tell me that. I love going to football games, college football in particular, all about the tailgating beforehand. In fact, there was a study that was out just a couple of days ago that people say that Even when they have tickets to the game, and do you all do this? Do you have tickets to the game, but you decide to bypass the game because you're having so much fun at the tailgate? Or people are saying, I don't even care about the game. I just want to do the tailgating. And then there's other people that say, I want to go to a tailgate, but I don't want to host the tailgate. And think about this. It's really gone to the next level. I mean, you see people bringing all of these huge RVs out. They have these big tents out. They get the grills out. They've got the generators out. They've got the big TVs out. Do you go to that extent? I went to Auburn a handful of years ago to see a game with Jim because he told me, Monica, okay, Mizzou, where you went to school. Yes, they're in the SEC, but honey, you haven't seen a college football game. And I was like, come on. I kind of felt like it was a dig on my alma mater. And he's like, I'm not digging on your school or your team. I'm just telling you, you haven't really seen a college football game. Okay, I get it, because the amount of people that are able to pack into these stadiums for some of these really huge teams that are in like the top 3, 4, 5 in the AP poll, definitely in the top 10. But look at Mizzou. I mean, Mizzou didn't even play last week, and they still made it into the top 10 of the AP poll. Okay, but I did agree. So I went to the Mizzou game with Jim. Then I went to the Auburn game, and not only was the stadium just packed with 70, 80,000 people, but the tailgates were next level. So tell me, when you go to a game, do you go way early? Like I'm talking 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to set up those tents and set up those RVs and then spend the entire time there. And in your mind, struggle back and forth. Like, do we want to just sit here and watch it on the TV that we brought? Or do we go into the game? If you do, like I would still want to go to the game. I mean, you buy the tickets are not cheap. You go to the game. Do you then come back and continue your tailgating? Tell me that. Tell me if that's what happens. Good morning, Sindra. Good to see you on. Stephanie, good morning. Rose, I'll be wetting my whistle today too, Monica. Liquid lunch with a cousin I never met. Oh, very cool. I love fires with my husband, hunkering down watching football and hockey. Yeah, the Blues, by the way, played the Blue Jackets yesterday. Still preseason. Looking forward to the official kickoff to the season. So yes, what do you look forward to most when it comes to fall? So I mentioned football. I love bonfires. What about you? She just mentioned loving fires as well. Do you have a fire pit at home? Did you build one? Did you buy one? Again, interact with us. This is my opportunity to enjoy some time with you, which we haven't really had a chance to do in a while, right? It's either I'm in studio with guests or it's been, I don't know, just a lot of different things where we haven't had a chance to have fun together. So let's interact. You know, we've done this or that in the past. This is all about you filling in the blanks. What absolutely could you not wait for when you saw the flip of summer to fall? So, because again, for me, it's football, it is bonfires, it is fashion. So today, I mentioned as you're stepping outside, you definitely want to wear different clothes. It's a 20-degree difference, folks, from walking outside yesterday to walking outside today. So you may have already gone outside. A lot of those early morning exercisers got their walks and runs in, walked the dogs, which I'm going to do after this. Let's see, what else? I enjoy, love Halloween coming up. Do you get dressed up? It's another question for you. Do you get dressed up for Halloween when you take your kids out? Are you one of the parents or grandparents that get all decked out as you push the little wagons? Are you also dressed up with them? Or if you're the one that's staying at home, maybe your partner, your husband, your wife, whoever is taking the kids out, you stay back home to give the candy out. Are you interacting with the people you're giving candy out with and you're all dressed up? My mom did. When I was a kid, everybody always looked forward to coming to our house because my mom would dress up. And the one year I still, in my mind, it stands out. She was all dressed up. It was a very scary witch. I mean, she went all out. She used to do the makeup for us. She had the cool hair. She had the dress on and scared the heck out of the kids. They enjoyed it. They're like, Mrs. Adams is so much fun. So tell me all those things. Let's see. Sean says bonfires and hikes. Yes. Oh my gosh. There's nothing better than a fall hike. I agree with you on that. Hikes in Castlewood Park. There's another one you can fill in. So if you're just tuning in, interacting with you this morning, do you like what we've said so far? Football, bonfires, the big fashion change. Do you like hiking in spring, summer, or fall? And hey, do us a favor. Tell us where's the best places to hike in our area or in your area, because a lot of people are watching from other cities, states, maybe even countries away. When we travel, where should we go? Tell us that, especially from the travel component, because people might be like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that, or I didn't know about that. We had a cool chef on yesterday, the author of the book, Missouri Comfort, and he was telling us about the entire state of Missouri, of Kansas City, Springfield, Columbia, we mentioned, obviously St. Louis, different restaurants, different recipes to try. And a cool book, by the way, for you to get for yourself or for someone else on your list as you have Christmas just a few months away, which is just nuts. I can't believe it's October 2nd already. And the beginning of 2025 is just 3 months away. That's just nuts to me. Dr. Sean says, and this weather. He loves the weather. Stephanie, fall festivals, looking at the leaves change. Okay, thank you, by the way, Stephanie. Exactly. How many of you go on long rides on your bike, walks, runs, or in the car? You pack yourself and your loved ones in the car and you just drive. You just let go and you just take the windows down on the car and you enjoy the crisp air, smelling it in, and then you look at how beautiful the leaves are. So where's your favorite drive, by the way, to look at the leaves? I love going to the Grafton area. I love 94. So like where we're going to be going on Friday, heading down from Defiance into Augusta, into that Marthasville, Dutzow, Washington, Missouri. Oh gosh, the drive on 44 to 100 to 47. That's stunning. Give us some ideas of, you know what? I'm going to start writing this down because I can guarantee you some of you are going to give me ideas to go see leaves that I haven't had a chance to do just yet. I went to New Hampshire and Boston one year with my dear friend, Georgie, and my hubby, or sorry, not my husband, and my mom and my friend, Georgie. We went and we just drove all over the New Hampshire area and looked at how incredible the leaves were. The changing of the colors. Now, we'll have to ask on Friday with our aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore. If you're new to the show, maybe you haven't seen him. He will be the one to tell us, are we going to have a good leaf viewing season? How has the weather been in summer leading into fall for us, of whether or not that's actually going to be a good one? So yeah, good morning, by the way. Again, 7:13. I'm going to sprinkle in some news you can use here in just a second. I've got a workout for you, and I want to talk a little bit about the mental side of what do you fear right now in life? A lot of people talking about the election. Of course, the vice presidential debate was last night. We'll talk about that. I think both candidates did incredible, much better than the presidential debate. Do you agree with me on that? They both did wonderful. I think a lot of people are saying, who won? Why do we have to do that? Who won? Who lost? It's more so us. Who's going to win in the world that they're going to be taking care of us? It's what this is all about. The debates are all about truly, what are you going to do? What is your stand on the policies? What are you going to do for us in life? So we'll talk a little bit about the vice presidential debate in just a second. Talk about a staple in St. Louis, a restaurant that is closing after decades. That's coming up. Why Breyer's Ice Cream might be owing you money, and a huge country star. Well, we shouldn't say act because it's a trio that is more so when I did mornings at WIL, they were so popular. They've announced a tour that you won't want to miss. So I have all that coming up for you and news you can use. But talking about fall right now, again, if you're new to the show, let me know if you found it on your own, if you just stumbled upon it today, and if you thought, oh, I want to interact. This is my type of people. This is the type of way I want to wake up in the morning. I don't want negativity of news. Right. I want to have some fun. Let's have fun together. Let's have a little workout together. My motivational moments with Monica are back with workouts, with inspiration, with hope, just pulling that whole balance of life together. It's all coming up. We're going to give it all to you in the next 45 minutes. Stephanie says fall festivals, looking at the leaves change, football and hockey. Yes. Big Blues fan, right? Kathy, good morning. I love making soups and chili. Okay. Who loves to go to a chili cook-off? I want to give a shout out to my friend Sherry in California. She's got her she actually started it 4 years ago. About 500 people attend this. They live in Northern California. And she was the president of the Rotary. She started a chili cook-off, and they raise a ton of money for their organization. But more so, it's just everybody coming together, having fun. They got 9 different chefs that do this big cook-off. Do you have any good chili recipes you want to drop into the comments for everybody, do that. But also, where do you go to a chili cook-off? Is there anything that's coming up? Are there any big ones that we need to know about? Let us know. This is what this is, right? It's your community. Decorating pumpkins. Trisha, thank you so much for saying that. Trisha Havera, by the way, where are you watching from? You're on Facebook, it seems. Did you just happen across the show, or did we meet, or somebody turn you on to the show? Let me know. Carrie Ginther, same question to you. Fall fairs and festivals, but what are the biggest? Did any of you go to Oktoberfest last weekend? Did you get a chance to go to that? Did you go to Evolution Festival and see the Killers? Did you go see Sting and Billy Joel on Sunday night? Because from what I understand, it was rescheduled from Friday. You all had really bad weather, from what I understand, here in our area. We were in Cabo and had stunning weather, but everybody was keeping me updated on what was happening back here. Did you go to that? I heard that they rocked hard. So soups and chilies, love fall weather, seeing the colors of the leaves change, Kathy. So yes, do you like, we talked about this the other day, do you like beans in your chili, or are you a no bean person? I like white chicken chili. So anybody with good recipes, drop it. I'd love to see those later. A good call, Kathy, Sean says, chili. We used to go to northern Minnesota, Stephanie says. Rose, we have a fireplace down in our basement and a fire pit outside. I won't miss sweating. Yeah, I'm going to miss the pool. The pool's still open, by the way. I will miss getting a chance to go in the pool. Right now, though, it's nice to see the transition in the weather and nice to look out at the pool. Hubby's taking me to Merrimack State Park to camp and hike. Oh, there you go. Camping weather. I don't like camping when it's hot out. So yes, this is perfect camping weather. We love cooler weather. My friends love to go to Innsbruck. Oh, good one, Rose. What a great area. Yeah, you know what? Innsbruck, by the way, can you do me a favor, Hannah? Can you tag them? Because I need to get back with the owner of Innsbruck. We had some discussion about doing a mobile Monica from Innsbruck. Wouldn't you all love that? Would you all come over there for that celebration of yet another big mobile Monica show? We've got our Friday 400th show at Circle 6 Watering Hole. Again, if you haven't purchased your tickets, do so. We have our show for lunchtime, folks. Next Thursday, we will be at Yenology. If you've been there, tell me how much you loved it. My teammate, Tia Tricamo, went yesterday and she's like, what an incredible store. I know. I told you it's everything you need to calm yourself in life. It's on Lindbergh in Frontenac. Again, it's Yenology, yen-ology.com. You can also order stuff online. She's very big on supporting local businesses, women-owned businesses. And there's so many things. So that's why next Thursday when we're there, you can come into the store with us. You get 10% off, by the way, from now to the day of the show. Take advantage of your discount just for being a viewer of the show. Let's see. Innsbruck, though, I would love to have them on the show. Good morning, Ann. On my way to work, and it is Walk Your Child to School Day at our school. Looking forward to the fall colors. Apple and pumpkin picking. Yes, who loves going to Eckerd at this time of the year? See, we're giving everybody some great ideas. One of our favorite dates that we ever had was me and Jim going to the pumpkin picking for at Eckert's. Which location do you like to go to, by the way? And they've really added. If you haven't been to Eckert's in a while, I mean like decades, boy, have they changed. They've got these cool areas for like a beer garden and the different aspects of music and the festival. It's definitely changed from just going and doing picking. Apple and pumpkin picking, very good. Do you decorate your pumpkins with your kids? Jim and I forgot that we had bought all these cool little designs and all the tools to do it like 2 years ago. So this year we've got to make that work. He actually brought up some decorations last night, just a couple, just starting to sprinkle it in. Did you decorate yet for Halloween, by the way? Are you decorating for fall? We just came back, so I've got a lot of decorations here to do at the house. Have a great day, Ann, as well. Tony, good morning. Let's see, Belleville Chili Cook-Off. Thank you, Carrie. So if you've got an event or festival that you want us to go to, drop it in so that we can all attend with you. Going to the Best of Missouri. Okay, so I mentioned that yesterday or Monday. The Best of Missouri Market is coming up this weekend. They also have the Vintage Market Days at the National Equestrian Center in Lake St. Louis. That's Friday through Sunday. The VIP hour opens at 9 a.m. They open up actually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but there's a VIP hour that will open up an hour before. So if you want to get those VIP tickets and that mad rush in, then be sure to do that. Chanda is the person who runs that. She was on with us earlier this year. Everybody fell in love with her. Just her look alone. She has the cutest hairstyle and glasses. Go see her and go see all the cool vendors that they have at the Vintage Market Days coming up this weekend. Going to the Best of Missouri at the Botanical Garden, Kathy says. Carrie says chilly. Yes. Leaves changing. Yes. Smelling fireplaces as I drive by. And this year, for some reason, no SAD. So that's seasonal affective disorder. Yes, we are thrilled about that, Carrie. There are a lot of people that I've life coached over the years that said it's a real thing for us, Monica. Absolutely, it is. Don't let anybody dismiss when you say that you deal with seasonal affective disorder. It's definitely a real thing. Hannah, yes, thank you for tagging Innsbruck. Okay, Millstadt, Optimist Club, Chili Cook-Off. Carrie, when is that? Can you do a mobile Monica at Eckert's? Will somebody tag Eckert's and get a hold of them? Or somebody on my team needs to reach out to them. I would love to do something from Eckert's. I would love to do something from Innsbruck. How about this? Oh, they agree with that one. There we go. Innsbruck and Eckert's. They want us to do a mobile Monica. Evidently, the kids want to come to it. I also would like to do something from a haunted house. How many of you would enjoy that? Walking through it with us together and doing a haunted house. Do you like to go to the haunted houses, or do you like to go in the hay rides? I know when I was a kid, I used to be scared. I like to be introduced to them, but I always thought that the chainsaws were real, and that freaked me out a little bit. Do you enjoy that? I know Donald, right? Donald Olivia. Oh gosh, how do you say your last name? Olivera, maybe. Donald, where are you watching from? Looks like a new name. They do agree. I know, right? We're talking about mobile Monica opportunities. And while we do that, let's show you where we've been. We are live on location, and this is the really cool thing. This is exactly what we can do from your business. We call it Mobile Monica. You know, I'm always on the move. Everyone knows about Jody's balls, and why is that?
I have the best ball.
Oh my God. You enjoying this?
Always.
Watch this, I gotta move with her.
Orange Theory is created to help people live a more vibrant life.
We tell you that they have some of the most beautiful sunsets, we mean it. We're now in the brainchild of Adventure Unknown. That thing
Well, he's got a heck of a
beautiful.
story behind that leopard,
I
too.
know.
It's going to be a very dangerous shoot right now.
It'll be
She says it
fabulous.
is. Monica or Mez Adams. How's that
Yes,
sound?
that sounds great.
This is Marianne Graff, owner of Just Be Kind Coffee House and Cafe. And you can see all the people in line. Oh, that handsome gentleman is... That would be my husband, Jim.
My mission statement says I want people to feel better leaving than when they came in.
And you do. Again, no calories when you're spreading kindness.
No calories when you're spreading kindness, especially if it's on the weekend.
All right, let's get mobile with you. You know, we did a mobile Monica from Just Pools, by the way, several months ago. Just Pools, the pool and spa specialist. We love all of our sponsors. We cannot thank them enough for being a part of our show, whether it was from day one all the way back in April of last year. If they just came on, which I'll tell you about Elemental Aesthetics here in just a little bit. But Just Pools has been on with us for the last, 6 months, talking about all the great things that they are able to do for you. Right now, unfortunately, a lot of people have either closed those beautiful pools already, or they are doing so. If you are in the middle of thinking, oh gosh, I got to get this done, and you do it yourself, well, why don't you get your discount? You get 10% off of those winterizing kits. 50% off though, if you are a person who plans ahead. Get the toys for all of your kids and for yourself, because they are 50, and I say 50% off while they last at Just Pools. They're transitioning, by the way, into spa season. So if you have a pool, you've always thought it'd be really great to partner that up with a really cool hot tub. But why don't you go in and see what they have for you? Just Pools, again, the pool and spa specialist located on the West Outer Road in Arnold. Thank you, Madonna. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you to Tommy. Everyone over there, we love you so much. Shannon. They are big sponsors of ours, and we're looking forward to having them on with us next year as well. Just Pools, again, pool and spa specialist. Welcome back. It's 7:24. Having a little fun with you today. We're interacting, talking about what you love. Okay, so fill in the blank. What do you most look forward to? Let's put it that way. What do you most look forward to when it comes to fall? Fill in the blank for me. So we've talked about football. We've talked about bonfires. We've talked about camping. That's what they enjoy. They want to go. Actually, I've never gone camping with the dogs. Do you take the dogs with you? Camping, people have talked about going hiking. And I mentioned, where do you enjoy hiking the most? Because we would love to have new places to go hike. I agree with Sean. Come here, baby. I agree with Sean that I enjoy going to Castlewood. Also, Mastodon State Park, a cool place that maybe you've never thought of taking the kids to. Some people talked about going to Innsbruck. Great time of year to do that. Transition out of summer, being in the water, and then now just enjoying the going and seeing the leaves turn. Going to Eckert's, apple picking, someone said, pumpkin picking. Let's see, Stephanie, haunted hayride at Eckert's is fun. Oh, I didn't know they had one. Let's see. That is okay. Can you do me a favor, Hannah? There is on Facebook, looks like a spam that we need to get taken off. Carrie, Millstadt Optimist Club Chili Cook-Off is Sunday. All right, put it down. Sunday the 13th. I'm putting this down right now from noon to 5. Thank you. This is what the community is all about. This is in Millstadt. I love also traveling out of your area, right? So don't just stay in your own area. Get out, enjoy the drive, enjoy the view, by the way, as you're heading to these events. Let's see. Anybody else? Let's see. 2024 Historic Shaw Art Fair. Yes, we mentioned two things, the Best of Missouri Market and the Shaw Art Fair coming up this weekend, along with the Vintage Market Day. So definitely something to do. Another spammer. All right. So we've got a couple spammers on there. Everyone's always trying and spoil the party, right? I don't know why people do that. It's the weirdest thing. Okay. I promised to tell you about some little news you can use. Did you hear about this? Uncle Bill's is closing. Yes, and a staple in South City, closing after 63 years in business, decades, located on Kings Highway. They're closing their doors for good. What's the reason? Well, he wants to retire. The owner, William, says, I'm 80 years old. It's about time. He's been at the South St. Louis restaurant since 1987. He's the third owner, by the way. He said their West County location, by the way. So in case you're worried, the West County location on Manchester will remain open. That's actually owned by his nephew. Uncle Bill's Pancakes opened in 1961. They've earned dozens of awards and accolades as a favorite breakfast spot and late night diner. How many of you have been there late night? Be honest, how many of you have had a little too much to drink and have said, oh, Uncle Bill's is open. Let's go get some pancakes. So again, best of luck in retirement to you. 80 years old, you definitely deserve that. But I've got to get there one last time because it's something that I've enjoyed doing with family and friends. Actually, we went with my sister-in-law and my husband. They enjoyed Bloody Marys very early in the morning, had their pancakes. And yeah, it's wonderful to think back over the years. Gosh, all the memories that you've had there since 1961. If you've been going maybe as a young kid, I don't remember when I first went there. So I was born in 71. I don't know if we went in the 70s. I probably was in my 80s, maybe even in high school when I first went, because we grew up in North County. So driving to South City was probably a pretty big deal. But Uncle Bill's, they've earned dozens of awards over the years, and rightfully so. Purchasing the restaurant represented the American dream, according to William. As a Korean immigrant, he remembered coming to the country with just a few dollars in his pocket, coming across the opportunity to open up the business after working various jobs for several years. And he said, I saw this place and said, that's the one. That's my dream. He broke the news to the staff just recently. Many of them were visibly upset to hear of its closure. The woman, actually, Kimberly, that's been the manager at the restaurant for 39 years, said she hoped to see it reopen. She said, I feel like this is my whole life. And she said she was sad. William, the owner, again, emphasized that while business has slowed following the pandemic, the decision to close the restaurant had nothing to do with that. It was simply a personal one. Again, he simply wants to retire. He said he would list the building after its last day open. So mark it on your calendar. The last day open is next Tuesday. So from now to next Tuesday, why don't we pack and thank William and everyone else and the other two owners that have played a part in making these great memories for us. Again, a St. Louis staple. He said he hoped the right buyer could maintain the diner status as a St. Louis staple. But again, they're listing the building after the last day open, Tuesday, October 8th. We'll see what happens. I think it would be smart because there's so many people that have loved that over the years. Come on, somebody that has had that American dream and wants to keep it open. He said, I want to keep the tradition. When business is good, it is a gold mine. Any great memories, by the way, of Uncle Bill's on Kings Highway? Rose said 2 a.m. breakfast in the 70s. Yes, I love that. If you want to weigh in, let us know. Love going to Uncle Bill's after working a night shift, Kathleen says. Julie says Uncle Bill's in college all the time, late at night. Yep, see, good memories. They never change their decor. Well, maybe somebody who takes it over might want to do that, or they just want to keep it because it's been such a staple, and it just reminds you of, hey, back in the 60s and 70s. Hey, Tess. Was there a deer out there? Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. She's saying hi to you all. If you're just tuning in, hello. It's 7:30 on the nose. Talk a little bit about some news you can use. So I wanted to let you know about that. We're going to stay with the food theme. So evidently, Breyer's ice cream might owe you money. Why would that be? Well, here's how you're going to find out. If you bought Breyer's ice cream in the last few years, if you purchased natural vanilla ice cream in the United States, okay, from April 21st of 2016 through August 14th of this year, you may be eligible for part of are you ready for this? $8,850,000 settlement. In a class action settlement, plaintiffs allege the labeling of Breyer's natural vanilla ice cream gave them the impression that the ice cream contained vanilla flavor derived only from the vanilla plant and not from non-vanilla plant sources. The plaintiffs say the ice cream contained non-vanilla plant vanilla flavors, but Breyer's is denying the allegations. So here's the deal. Settlement class members who submit a claim by February 19th of next year are eligible for a cash payment of $1 per product with proof of purchase with no limit. Okay, so here's the deal. When they do these things, who's hanging on to a receipt from something that they've bought? I just gave you the dates back in 2016 all the way through August of this year. And is it worth your while to say, I'm only getting $1 per ice cream box, but oh my gosh, I've had several. Who hangs on to it to show the proof? So although it's an $8,850,000 settlement possibility, I don't know who's going to get the money. It always makes me laugh when I see these. If you do not, it says, have proof of purchase, you can receive $1 for each product with a maximum of 8 products. So you would get $8. So this is the first time I'm seeing something where they aren't asking for proof of purchase per se. But is it worth it for you? I don't know. How do you even prove? I guess you could just get on there and say, yep, I bought it and I want $8. Okay. Joe's weighing in with some of the things that we're talking about today. And welcome, by the way. Tell people that we're having a little fun today. We're just relaxing, kicked back, enjoying some time together as a community, weighing in on some stuff. I do have a workout that I'm going to show you here in just a second. Joe, my wife grew up about a mile from Uncle Bill's, never ate there. What? And a mile away, I told her, how did she and I date during the 80s and never go there? Oh, well, hopefully it reopens so we can enjoy it sometime. Well, yes, if she was that close. Yep, there's another. Gosh, Hannah's working hard today getting rid of these spammers. What in the heck is triggering them today? People are so ridiculous. All right, I told you about a country group. Do you want to guess, by the way, before I do this? And maybe you already heard. Who's the country group that is announcing their spring 2025 reunion tour? So if you think about so I worked at WIL from 1997 to 2005. They were such a huge group at that time. Do you know? Okay, Carrie said she contacted Eckert's for me. Thank you. We're going to reward you if something happens. I used to do a lot of stories with them when I worked at Channel 2 and Channel 5. So I'd love to do a mobile Monica from there for sure. Is there anything else, by the way? Let me write down this. So Innsbruck and Eckert's. Anywhere else that you think would be really cool. But again, when we do these, you have to let us know if you're coming, because we don't want to do these mobile Monicas and not have you show up at these. It's all about giving business to the business that's giving us business, right? Nora, where are you watching from? You are absolutely correct. It is, in fact, Rascal Flatts. Oh my gosh. Who do you love most in that trio, by the way? I was a big Joe Don fan. But yeah, I mean, just incredible for sure. Incredible singers and incredible entertainers. Their 2025 tour was announced just yesterday. The country's trio Life is a Highway tour stops in 21 cities starting February 13th. They will be in Evansville, Indiana, ending April 5th in Jacksonville, Florida. The band had announced a farewell tour back in 2020, but of course we all know what happened back then. It was canceled due to the pandemic. They announced the tour after being on the road extensively for 20 years. And the band said, and I quote, "To put it simply, we needed a break. Then COVID hit. Our plans came to a screeching halt like the rest of the world. Since then, we've been able to revisit our unique and special experience as a band. We're ready to get out on the road again." Hard to believe, isn't it, that next year will be the 25th anniversary of Rascal Flatts? Wow. And then felt like the perfect time to get back in front of the fans, obviously, for 25 years. So, as I mentioned, February 13th, the 2025 tour will kick off Evansville, Indiana at Ford Center. And if you want to know, by the way, who will be performing with them, they will have support from Lauren Elena, great artist, and Chris Lane as their opening acts. This is going to be huge. So tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. They will go to Charleston, West Virginia, Grand Rapids, Michigan. They're going to go to Durant, Oklahoma, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Moline, Illinois. That'll be on March 1st. Columbus, Ohio, March 6th. Toledo, Ohio. I'm just looking for what would be the closest to our area. Maybe Moline, Illinois on March 1st, and they'll be at Vibrant Arena. Youngstown, Ohio, Manchester, New Hampshire. That'll be actually March 13th. So maybe, Michelle, wink, wink, we should go to Manchester and you can show me around your old area. We could do that for my birthday. Let's see. They'll go to Uncasville. Is that how you pronounce it? In Connecticut. Allentown, Pennsylvania. Huntsville, Alabama. Oh, that would be a good one. March 20th. Oh, I could possibly do that. I love going to Alabama. Savannah, Georgia. That might be even better. March 22nd. I've never been to Savannah. Fort Worth, Texas. Lafayette, Louisiana. But I think they say Lafayette, Louisiana, Little Rock, Arkansas, Estero, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and again, wrapping up April 5th. On April 5th, they will be in Jacksonville, Florida. And can we just say our hearts and prayers again going out to all of those affected, speaking of Florida and all of the surrounding states affected by Hurricane Helene. There is a troop going from our area, the Missouri Guard, the help that they're actually going to be doing, because there are still so many missing. There's, I think 160 is the death toll at this point. But what they're fearing is there's still hundreds unaccounted for, a lot in the rural areas. So we told you we will continue to bring you up to date on any new information we have. But again, the death toll I heard this morning on CBS had, I think, just over 160 people. Devastating to look at, especially in North Carolina, some of the pictures and the videos. Have you seen those? Nora, my house. But what area are you from, by the way? Are you new to the show? That's what I want to know. Julie says hi to you. It's such a wonderful community. Yes. Anne, Mobile Monica at Hidden Valley. Oh, I love that idea. You know, we're just transitioning into fall, but yeah, winter's right around the corner. Good one, Anne. Yes. Mom and Mick in Vegas. I like it. So Manchester, New Hampshire for Rascal Flatts. I do like the idea of Savannah, Georgia, because all of those are right around my birthday. That would be cool. We'll talk. Lauren Elena is Trisha Yearwood Jr. Oh, that's a good one, Carrie. She does. Doesn't she have an incredible voice? She was on American Idol, runner-up to Scotty McCreery. Oh, I know. Lauren's got a wonderful voice. I'm so proud of her and how far along she's come. Oh, Julie, Nora's your friend. So, see, we always ask you to pass along and let us know if you have friends or family that just started watching, and what would they like to see more of, by the way. Jay DeMarcus, Rascal Flatts bass player, has a hilarious reality show on Netflix. Oh, really? The Jay DeMarcus family? So Jay is the dark-haired guy in the picture that I showed you, and he is hilarious, absolutely hilarious. So Gary, Jay, Jodan, better known as Rascal Flatts, again, coming to hopefully a town near maybe one of your family members. You can go stay with them and go see an incredible tour. All right, we didn't talk about the debate, and I don't want to go too deep into it, but we are just a few weeks away from the election, and a lot of that has brought fear to our world, and I wanted to help calm you. You know, when we do Monica's Motivational Moments, it has to do with taking care of your mental side, your spiritual side, your physical side, putting all of that together so that you're living a better life. Another spammer. Hannah, I am so sorry that you're having to work so hard on this. We've got yet another person dropping in. It's like 4 now. 4 spammers that she's going to have to get rid of. So Hannah, I'm sure you know this already, but when you block them, be sure to block their current profile and any other profiles to come. Speaking of Hannah, she put this together for our big show on Friday. Give it a view. Join us this Friday for our 400th show celebration at the Watering Hole. Beef, beer, bourbon, badges, and your besties. Get your tickets in the description below. We posted that on our Facebook post, and she'll also be dropping for you when she gets done getting rid of spammers. She'll drop for you where you are going to get those tickets on our website under the event calendar. We're looking at Elemental Aesthetics, one of our newest sponsors over the last year. Here we go. Hannah's on it. She already dropped it for you. Elemental Aesthetics can do so much for you. So if you've been thinking about going, stop thinking about it and do it. You can schedule online if you want, or you can just give them a call and say, all right, I've been thinking of coming in. I want to book a facial. There's a relaxing one. There's the ultimate facial treatment that combines dermaplaning, a light peel, micro channeling to exfoliate, rejuvenate, stimulate the collagen, smoother, brighter, more youthful looking skin. They also have micro peels and dermaplaning by themselves, and maybe you can add on to your service. And then they've got peels, the V1 peel. They have a body, chest, and back peel, full arms, half legs, plasma pen, non-ablative facial. For teenagers, they've got a facial, acne facial, so much more. But they also have the opportunity, as you can see from this, for you to get your nails done. There's something that they have there with like really cool. It is this that I've been telling you about, where they pump in, it's called, and it helps people with a myriad of things, including rosacea, eczema. There's a bed I've been mentioning that I can't wait for Jennifer Warman Bloss to talk about for people who have ADD, ADHD. They have IV hydration therapy. If you've been looking, there's that salt room, by the way. If you've been looking for a place to help you with weight loss, they will do the consultation, and they have, a lot of people are going and doing semaglutide. So if you have been looking for a place to do the Wegovy, the semaglutide, to help you out from maybe insulin resistance or diabetes, red light therapy, but it's not just red light. They also have where you can change the color of the lights, blue, purple. There's I want to go get my nails done. Who wants to go and have a girls' day, guys' day out, couples' day out? Elemental Aesthetics, again, located in the Creve Coeur area. As I mentioned, you can schedule online if you want to, or you can just go in or give them a call and say, hey, I don't even know what to start with. I would like for you to start thinking about purchasing for yourself and for others on your Christmas list, an opportunity for you to go and enjoy your time together. Again, Elemental Aesthetics. You can go online to elementalaesthetics.com to find out more information. All right, welcome back. Let's see. Anybody that I miss? I know Hannah, right? Michelle, she's working her butt off. Excuse me. She just posted the link for you, by the way, if you want to book your appointment. Or some people have asked, do you have gift certificates? Of course they do. Can't wait to have her on next week. I'm looking over at Instagram. A lot of people that have a chance to watch on all of our platforms: Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram, and Rumble. And then I met a couple from California, and he said that he started following me on Thursdays. He wanted to know, when did we have our audio podcast drop? It's Thursdays at 8 a.m. So that's once a week for the audio side. So tell people on Spotify or wherever you get your audio podcast to watch on there for us as well. Listen, I should say, listen on, see, I'm used to the visual side. Listen on there as well. Hannah is doing our audio editing. And this Thursday, she said she really enjoyed my interview for Back to the Future. So if you haven't seen that one, I encourage you to listen to it and maybe get an opportunity to see it when it's on tour. If you missed it here in St. Louis, we're going to the matinee show, by the way. Anybody going on Thursday? 1:00. I've never been to a matinee show at the Fox. So we're going to go on Thursday at 1:00 and then go and enjoy time afterwards, because after all, it is our anniversary. 9 years with my hubby, 9 years with the love of my life. I want to say a happy anniversary to Michelle. I didn't see that comment yesterday. We were pretty busy in the studio, but Michelle and Mike celebrated how many years, Michelle? Is it 18, 19? Let us know. So Michelle's watching right now, my beautiful best friend who I adore, and more importantly, what she's done for my show. My team, again, is just incredible. So Michelle's my executive assistant. 19, I thought so. 19 years. Hope you had a great one. I think she went and had drinks with her hubby last night. So whatever it is, time spent together matters. So fear, before we get into the workout side, we've got 15 minutes left. Did you watch pieces of it, or did you watch the entire vice presidential debate last night on CBS? Now, I know a lot of people weighed in when the presidential debate was on and said, I think won, or I think that person won. I don't think it's about the win or lose. Thank you, Carrie. I just had my hair done yesterday. Oh, actually, thank you for saying that, by the way. Let's come back on screen for a second. Oops, I just messed it up. I did change my hair around, got it a little thicker. We did a little more of a blunt here in the front of my face, but this you're going to start to see stacked, and I'm going to grow it out a little bit. So I'm starting a different hairstyle, and the person I go to is Sherry Anderson. She and I talked yesterday. Michelle said she would like to see another show with myself and Sherry to talk about makeup and how it changes through the years. So we're going to do that, but I'm going to show you her beautiful space. She's got a huge event coming up just after our Mobile Monica that we're going to be doing at Yenology next Thursday at noon. And so we thought about it and thought, what the heck? She's got Kendra Scott, who I know a lot of you, speaking of gifts for yourself or for others on your list, they're going to have Kendra Scott and Mod represented on October 12th at Sheer Sherry, which is in Chesterfield. So Hannah, if you can do me a favor and drop a link so that people can see her beautiful space. I would encourage you to follow her on Instagram because she drops some really beautiful things. She just got back from Paris. She was invited to New York Fashion Week, she thinks 4 times now. She was just in Fashion Week in Paris. And then I can't say it, but there's some surprises of things that she's been invited to for next year that hopefully will be on the docket. She is an incredible hair and makeup artist, one of the absolute best in our area. And so she said, how about you come and broadcast live from there? So I'm going to do that. That's what we do for friends, right? I want to show off her space. I want her to sit down and talk about her dream, opening up. They're excited for her. Opening up her dream after working for other people over the years. It is truly absolutely stunning, first of all. But if you want the person who really will give the best haircuts, extensions, color, makeup for special events, she's going to do my makeup for the Yuppie Puppy Gala. Have you bought your tickets for that one yet, by the way? That is coming up on October 19th, and that will be at Whitmore Country Club. They're going to open up the doors, cocktail hour at 5:30, a whole new world with you gala. We're going to find out tomorrow with our Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue Positive Talk Time segment. How are tickets coming along? Because we are down to the wire now. I hope you've purchased your tickets. If you can't go, you could do like Michelle did. She gifted hers to someone because she'll be out of the country, unfortunately. She won't be with us. 5:30 arrival, cocktail hour, aura readings. Yes, they've got an animal communicator. I can't wait for that one. Everything will wrap up at 10 o'clock, and it's an opportunity for you to get all dialed up. Get your guys all dressed up, get your gowns on, all the proceeds going to Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. And we mentioned also that we have our event coming up on October 10th at Yenology. Do you want to see what the store looks like? Well, here you go. Love that music. Doesn't that just bring you to that sense of calmness? Yenology. And we just had Sarah Glasser on with us yesterday. Hopefully you saw that show. If not, go back and watch it because it's from 7:45 until 8:30 that we did it. So it's the final 45 minutes of my show. We had Chef Matthew Unger on in the first segment talking about his book, Missouri Comfort. And then Sarah was on with us after that. We talked about her journey leading up to opening Yenology. Just absolutely beautiful space. So as I mentioned, Tia from our team went yesterday and she's like, I could have bought the entire store. The jewelry there alone, you need to come in for. I'd love to see you for the lunchtime show. So grab some lunch, grab your mom, grab your best friend, go over there and find something for yourself. It's a great place, by the way, for unique gifts. So if you have not been yet, I'd love to see you there. All right, seeing some new people over on our Instagram page. Oh, Dr. Jensen was on. She had to get off to work. Adventure Unknown. We're going to be there again, by the way. I can't tell you all the details yet because we've got a meeting, but we've got another Mobile Monica coming up in February of next year that I'm excited about. Christiana, she and Lindsay are coming to our event on Friday. I want you to follow Christiana Rose does readings. If you are on Instagram, follow her. She is very calming. Speaking of calming people, she does readings for you. She's also a medium. So pretty cool when people have that gift. Stephanie, I watched a little bit of the debate. I turned on the women's basketball game, the Lynx against Connecticut. One of the girls had fake eyelashes on while playing basketball. What? They play rough, not like back in the day when I played. Happy anniversary, Michelle, from Stephanie. Yes. Anybody, did you watch the debate? As I mentioned, I don't want to go too in depth. All I care about is that the right candidate gets in and that our country is taken care of. But I do want to ask you, are you hopeful as we are just weeks away from the election? Are you fearing anything? Because that's what I'm hearing from a lot of people. People are talking about how fearful they are for our country. They're talking about the economy. And, we were in Mexico and they were talking about how the entire year, not just right now where it is down season. And then in just a couple of weeks, they've got the big tournament coming up in Cabo San Lucas. But talking to our driver, talking to some of the businesses, they said travel is down all over. And they said the reason that they feel, and this is in another country, is because of the election and because of what's going on in the climate of the world. So trying to keep you calm. I'm going to ask you though, what do you do to calm yourself? Do you meditate? Do you deep breathe? Do you do yoga? Do you go for a walk? Do you go for a run? We had you fill in the blanks earlier about what you enjoyed about fall. You can still do that, about festivals coming up. Good chili recipes you could drop in for us. But I'm asking you now, instead of focusing on the debate, which I'm going to compliment the two sides. A lot of people were saying that Tim Walz started a little slow, but then he really picked up. I would agree, but the same thing happened with Kamala Harris, that a lot of people said her first questions in the presidential debate were some hiccups here and there, but then she really gained ground and found herself. I would agree with that as well. JD Vance, I thought did amazing. I've not really had a chance to sit down and listen to him speak. Very eloquent speaker, very intelligent, very bright. But I was pleased with both of them. They stood their ground. They did not go off on each other. In fact, they were exactly what we need more of, right? They were kind to each other. They complimented each other many times during the debate. They apologized to each other. And they many times said, I actually agree with this candidate. And I agree with this candidate. So what I felt coming out of the 90-minute plus debate was kindness shown on both sides. Tessa, do you agree? Kindness shown on both sides, which is what we need more of. And so when it happens, okay, I agree. Sindra said, best debate I've watched in a long time. I absolutely agree. I was impressed with both. And it's rare to see politicians be kind to one another. But you didn't see what I saw in the presidential debate, which was looking at each other and sneering and making faces, which is very childish. I didn't enjoy that at all. I almost didn't want to watch, but I felt I needed to talk to you all about it. Cinder, I agree. Best debate I think I've ever seen in my life. I was really, actually for me, I think it took some of the fear that I have off. I am hoping for the best for our world. I hope the best for our economy. The port worker strike, by the way, is also scaring people. I'm sure you've probably heard about what happened with Iran and Israel. People thought that maybe that would play into some of the talks last night and in the debate. So a lot of things that are happening in our world. Strikes. We talked about Boeing, talking about the port worker strike and the millions of dollars that it's costing. The news is doing a little panicking to people, saying, oh, everybody's panicking. They're going to try to go to the stores and stock up. Are you doing that? Michelle says, my niece is going nuts. Deer. I don't know. I don't see any deer. I think it's just birds flying around. And are all the hummingbirds gone, by the way? We didn't get a chance to feed the hummingbirds, obviously, when we were in Cabo, but came back, put some food out for them, and they weren't there, unfortunately. Stephanie says, I agree with you. Yeah, good debate. So again, I'm hoping that the fear can be removed from our world. That is the biggest problem right now, is that people are fearful. But the greatest thing that you can do, again, is to educate yourself, listen to the debates, connect with who you connect with, who you believe will take care of our country, and ultimately put them in office. So do your due diligence. Do not vote and then try to complain. So exercise your right and vote come November. And then let's just hope and pray that we have the right team in office to take us forward. All right, 7:54. We're going to go on a little bit longer today because I wanted to give you the other part of the triangle of life, which again, for me, if you want me to fill in the blank, what do I do to relax? I meditate. I learn how to do the deep breathing. I work out. But most importantly, and I talked with a life coaching client yesterday, and I said, you've heard the adage, whether you want to say the 3 or the 5 people you hang around the most. If you start looking at that, their characteristics, the way they live their life, that is who you become. And so if you don't like how you're acting right now, you don't like the way your life is going, then you have to start thinking about what are you doing? And the people you're hanging around, do they eat horribly? Do they drink a lot? Do they have addictions? Do they cheat on their spouses? I mean, it's all about the characteristics of who those people are and who you are. All of that plays into it, right? So think about that. And then if you're not liking how your life is playing out, well, maybe you need to start hanging around different people. You need to start going to events. You need to start going to new classes or workshops where your people are, because those people are waiting there for you to turn your life around. And it can, by the way, but you have to want it for yourself. So think about that. If your life is not going the way you want it and you have a lot of fear and anxiety, you have to look a little bit closer to home. It's one of the things I told her yesterday. So she started filling in the blank for me. And I said, start thinking about the people you hang around right now. And can you tell me, you and them, what would you say were the descriptions of who you are? And she said, lazy, quiet, timid, fearful. And I said, right. Is that what you want for your life? And she's like, no. And I said, well, you got to think about that. So when I'm trying to sit there and help you, all of you, whether you're an actual client of mine or you just listen to this show for some inspiration, I want you to think really deep. I want you to think long and hard about it. Look at your life, look at the patterns from the past, and look at the patterns of the way your future is going, the right now. What did you do today? Did you wake up? Are you still laying in bed? One of the things that she said is that she doesn't sleep well, or she sleeps too much. Time is just ticking away. You know, the belief that we have, again, all the time on earth, but it's not true. So what are you doing with the seconds that are ticking away? What are you doing with the dash? The date you were born to the date that you leave this earth. Your life story is in that dash. Think about that. It's a really powerful thing of how you fill your dash. I know for me, I get up early. I go hard. I spend incredible time with my family and friends. I am blessed. But people say, Monica, you can say blessed, which is right above me, by the way, sitting there you go. I see that every day. I am blessed by incredible people that I have. I'm blessed with my incredible fur babies here, blessed with an incredible mother, miss my dad, obviously, on a daily basis. But I've made good choices in life by the people that I surround myself with. Can you say the same? Or are you around people that are pulling you down? Are you surrounding yourself with people that are, when you paint the picture of your life, everything that you don't like about yourself? Well, start changing that. You've got that opportunity at any given moment. Think about that. All right. You're asking where you can get your tickets for Friday. You're asking for where we post our events. All you have to do is log on to this website. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what you can do for your body to complete that triangle of life. So if you're not happy, you're overweight, you are struggling in life, you're not happy with, look at that gorgeous sun, by the way. You're not happy with your job. You're not happy with your partner. You're not happy with many facets of your life. You need to start changing. And I want to know, would you come to a workshop called Feel the Authenticity in December? Would you want that to be on a Saturday or a Sunday? I've narrowed it down to a Saturday or a Sunday. We could do it Saturday after 5 o'clock or Sunday, literally anytime. Would you like to go to church, maybe get some brunch with your family, and then continue the joyful feeling and do it on a Sunday afternoon? It's going to be in December. I know that. And it's going to be either on a Saturday or a Sunday. What is the workshop going to be? It's going to be life-changing. And I do mean that. Life-changing for you and whoever you bring to that. You're going to let us know. There's only going to be 25 people that are able to come to that because the space is smaller, I should say, as far as a workshop is concerned. It's going to be at Yanology, where we will be next Thursday. Again, we showed you a little bit of that earlier in the show. Go check them out. Get your 10% discount. They're in Frontenac again on Lindbergh. Hannah's already dropped in information for you where you can order online for yourself. I'd like you to go in and see the gifts in store. So come, if you can, next Thursday at noon, and then see the store, see what you want for yourself, and then know that that's where the workshop will be. Myself and Sarah will be putting that on in December. Just want to know when you would like that to take place. All right, when we come back, the physical side of life, a workout that I filmed for you in Cabo as we go into the 8 o'clock hour.
Monica's show, it's very informational, but more importantly, inspirational.
People such as myself and others can come out and talk about real issues that are taking place in our communities.
These are amazing, really, really important topics that don't get discussed enough.
It really just promotes people who are making change and doing good in their lives.
And don't we love people that are doing good? We need more of that, right? We need more kindness. All right, this beautiful sun is coming in. So I'm going to shift a little bit. Shift, that word we always talk about. People don't like change. They like to talk about shifting patterns in life. There we go. See, you just shift and everything's back to normal. Okay, all of you that are looking for a really great workout, before I get to that, Carrie says, what you watch or listen to, does it motivate you? What you watch or listen to, of course. Think about kids. So we'll continue with the mental side here for a second. Think about kids that come home from school and instead of interacting with their family and having the love of a mother and a father, the mom and dad just shove one of these in their face and say, get out of my way and go play a game or go get on the computer and do whatever you're going to do. And there's no monitoring. There's no adult supervision. There's no interaction from the love standpoint. I don't know why that takes place. And I feel robbed of not being able to have children because my kids would sit down at a table and we would have had dinner together. Trust me on that. I've been talking about that since my days at KMOX, that I believe that the problems we have in this world is because, and this is truly how I think I can solve the world, go back and have family dinners. We didn't have the problems that we have today 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Why? Because families were actually in tune with one another. They actually wanted to play a role in their kids' lives instead of here, go and get away from us, go get on the computer. You don't even know what you're doing. They throw their headphones on, sit in their little chairs for hours on end. You have no idea what they're doing, or you don't even know where they are. For us, it was a trust factor, right? You go out and play and you were back home when it was dark and you wouldn't make you had respect for your family. My mom talked about it. We need to do another senior moment with mom and Mon. She talked about it and I think she nailed it. I said, Mom, what's wrong with our world? And she said, a lack of respect. And I agree with that. Respect from parents to kids, respect from kids to parents, respect from generation to generation, which is why I want to start a segment called Generational Talk. We'll have some of the younger teammates that I have on the Real Monica Adams team interviewing me and I interview them. And we talk about how we bring the respect back together. So watching and listening, Carrie, think about watching and listening to the people you're surrounding yourself with, the music you listen to, the shows that you watch, the amount of time that you spend on what they used to call the boob tube. I rarely watch TV. Some people are like, well, maybe you want to sit down and relax a little bit more. I do. It's not that. I'd rather read a good book. I'm reading On Fire right now, by the way. I never got a chance to read the whole thing by John O'Leary. I'm writing my own book. So I'm filling my time with something that's not just mindless. Again, I'm not going to go into that. Maybe we do that sometime. We talk about the TV side. I think TV is fine, but I think there should be a time limit on it. And I don't think a lot of parents do that, unfortunately. So music, yes, think about how anxious you feel when you're listening to crazy headbanging music or gangster rap or things like that. I listen to Motown. I listen to jazz. I listen to pop music. I listen to country music. I listen to R&B. When it comes to music, I am all over the place. I love it all except for really crazy, heavy metal. I'm not saying I don't like hard rock, and I even like some of the metal when I want to work out. But I don't want to listen to the screaming. That's not music to me. And I do not listen to gangster rap or any rap, by the way, that I think is derogatory towards anybody or they're not intelligent enough to have any other word besides the F word in songs. It's not my thing. It doesn't bring me peace. So yes, does it motivate you? What I listen to does, or what I hear from podcasts, what I watch on a stage of a person who's really inspirational. We are going to be speaking at the Working Women's Show. I did that last year for 45 minutes. I will do everything I can to motivate you and bring you into the life that you're supposed to be leading. When I do the workshop in December that I want you to be at, the Feel the Authenticity, I want you to leave there and I want you to tear up. I want you to hug each other. I want you to have friends that you make that day that are going to change the course of 2025 for you. I've got a lot of big plans for you. Yes, it motivates. Got distracted a couple of weeks and missed your podcast. Picked back up this morning. So Carrie, what you're watching, does it motivate you? Does it make you want your life to shift? Do you want new patterns for yourself? Do you want changes? Do you want to get rid of the problems that haven't served you? I hope so. That's what this is all about. Sindra, yes, Sunday would be awesome. Thank you. I tell you what, Cinder's a diehard who used to come to my Thursday evening classes. And I will tell you, Cindra, that Kasha's in Canada, and a lot of people joined our Cultivating a Vision nights that we were doing once a month. Those are coming back as well. We took the summer off, and we're talking about maybe bringing one in November. But this is going to be a December Feel the Authenticity event. So I'm going to write down right now how many people want Sundays and how many people want a Saturday. Sunday, it would be any time throughout the day. Saturday would have to be after 5. So we've got one for Sunday so far. Have you read John O'Leary's In Awe? I loved it. No, On Fire is the one, though, that is being turned into a movie. And I believe, unless they've changed the date, that it's supposed to come out around Thanksgiving, which would be really, really cool. So Cinder's weighing in, by the way. Anybody else? I want you to be at the Feel the Authenticity workshop. Will you come to that? Will you make it important enough as we get ready for 2025? Because we will be going from Thanksgiving to Christmas, which is a hustle and a bustle and a lot of negativity instead of what I think it should be, which is positivity, to be around family. Carrie says Sunday as well. Okay, we've got 2. So I've got Cinder coming. We've got Carrie. It is only going to be, I believe, it's going to be inexpensive. I don't want to say the amount yet. I mean, we've been kicking around like $25, and that's what people pay to go take a workout class. You're going to have a lot that day. So I don't want to say for sure because I've got Sarah setting the rate on that, but 25 people. So I've already got 2. If you're definitely dedicated to this, Cindra and Carrie have got you on the list. 23 spaces more for this. We're going to do it, looks like maybe on a Sunday, but I'll let you weigh in from now to Thursday, and I'll make the announcement next Thursday of what the date will be, and then immediately we'll put tickets on sale for you. So, okay, you've got it. Let me do the workout for you, okay? So we filmed this in Cabo, and this is a good one. This will work the chain muscles. So I mentioned, do you know what I mean when I say chain muscles? What are those? They're the muscles in the body that they work together. They perform a variety of functions. So we're talking about some of the bigger ones. It also, when we talk about performing a variety of functions, it can be from the athletic prowess that you have. Maybe you're in a sport, you want to go another notch, another level, your athletic performance, but it's also your everyday activities. It's your posture, how you sit upright. So think about, those shoulders going like this and your spine curving. You look at older people and you are always wanting to think, oh my gosh, I got to get them to be upright. When I trained the seniors at Friendship Village for a few years, my biggest thing for them, we would put them on the treadmill and I would make sure that they would hang on and they would start to walk like this. And I'd be like, up, 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 up. I was constantly like, up, 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 up. And they're like, oh yeah, up, up, up. And I said, look up. That's where your goals are. And so it was all about just getting them upright. So what do we need for those everyday activities? What do we need for athletic performance? What do we need for posture? Think about the posterior chain. So these muscles are located on the back of the body. So we're talking about our glutes. We're talking about our hamstrings. We're talking about calves, the erector muscles, that low back, mid back, upper back. The glutes you can work with the hamstrings, the calves, the back to generate force, right? For heavy lifts, maybe box jumps, but people might not be ready for that. So maybe you hold someone's hand and you do step up. Same thing. Power cleans when we're going really big and deep into it. That's more of that athletic side. Hamstring. So for all of you athletes out there, one of the 3 muscles in the posterior chain of the leg, along with the glutes and the calves, the erector muscles support the vertebrae around the spine. It helps improve your posture, your core strength. But let's think about the anterior chain. They're located on the front of the body. They include the pecs. They include the rectus abdominis, the transverse abdominis, our deep core muscles, your hip flexors, your quadriceps, transverse abdominis, deep layer of muscle that wraps around the body. It provides the stability to the front of the core. Your hip flexors, which some people say they got really tight ones, they are made into the muscle. The psoas is in there that helps to flex the hip. Your trapezius, the posterior chain of the neck. Your latissimus dorsi, your lats. When I did some lat work by doing pull downs or pull ups, it's the large upper body muscle. It's also known as the lats or the wings, right? So when you watch somebody work their back, it's the wing muscles. Your calves, though, don't forget about working the calves, the muscles on the back of the lower leg, made up of the gastrocnemius and the soleus muscles. Make sure that you don't forget those when you do leg days. So Carrie says that she's coming to the event and that it will be a Christmas present to herself. Okay, so before I wrapped up today, I wanted to give you everything. Right? We did a lot in today's show, but I wanted to give you a good workout. So pay attention, grab a pen and paper right now, write this down or go back to this particular show at the end And that's the beauty of streaming. Again, we're on all these platforms. You can just go back to the end of the show for the workout and then watch it at any point. I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about it first, tell you what you're going to do, and then I'm going to show you how to do each exercise before we wrap up. All right, here you go. Good morning on this Wellness Wednesday and Fitness Friday. We put it all together while I'm here in Cabo San Lucas. I promise to bring you a workout from here. This is a good high intensity one. So you're going to get a 12-inch or higher step. You're going to step up each leg alternating with dumbbells in your hands. You're going to do the step up and then you're going to do a regular curl, 10 times of that. Then you're going to put your foot against the wall and you're going to do single leg, bending over, really engaging in the glutes with your dumbbells on your side, 10 times on each leg. You go from that, this is a giant set by the way. You go from that and you do step back crossover with dumbbells in your hands, just leave them by your side, 20 total. Your fourth exercise is going to be pulses while you do hammer curls. So you're going to go down in a split squat, come back up and do a hammer curl 10 times on each leg, and then you finish with a 30-second hold as heavy as you can go with the dumbbell straight down in a plie. Get at it and get your legs working. All right, so I know a lot of you are maybe feverishly writing all that down. As I mentioned, if you don't have to write it down, you can go back to it. You can put that together for you for a workout. And I think a lot of people always tell me it's hard for them to program a workout. Well, that's what a trainer's for. So I've also been asked, as people go into the end of the year and into next year for New Year's resolutions, are you taking on new clients, Monica? The answer is yes. I'm not doing classes. I'm only doing semi-private and privates because here's why. Would I ever do a class again? I'll never say never, but I'm seeing much more dedicated people knowing the value, right? Michelle posted earlier what I'm wearing here. It's crooked, but have you gotten your merchandise yet, by the way? Wrong way. Know your value. Know your value merchandise is on our website, and I'm going to be giving some away at Friday's show. So I'm going to have a really cool basket of some jackets, some journals, shirts. We're going to give away. We also have a wine basket. Throw in some restaurant certificates. I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm putting together that you'll be able to win on Friday at our 400th show. So I'd love to see you at that. If you're going to surprise and buy the day of, it might be hard. I would rather you get the tickets in advance. And again, 50 people have purchased their tickets already. Can't wait to see what we give to Responder Rescue. They will be out there. We'll be talking with them. We'll be talking with the owners of Circle 6, Meat Market and Watering Hole, Larry and Tiffany. Looking forward to that. But I might even throw in a personal training with me for 2025. I think I will. I just made that up right now. So what the heck? Let's do it. That'll be one of the gifts, and that'll hopefully jumpstart you. So this workout that I put together was the programming side that a lot of people say they struggle with. So let me program it for you. So I mentioned the very first one was step up with curls. This is what it looks like. Okay, so that's a 12-inch or higher step. If you are not ready to do that, then you have a small step. Maybe you actually use the stairs in your house. Use whatever you can. The main thing is just do it. Stop making excuses. It's stepping up, alternating legs, driving through the heel, and then doing the curl at the top of the exercise. The question I get a lot is, how many reps should I do? How many sets should I do? I did 4 sets of these. I mentioned it was a giant set. So I wrapped up one and went right to the next. So I kept my heart rate up, really burned some serious calories. Why did I do it? Because I was in Mexico. I actually didn't drink very much and I ate pretty healthy, but it was just eating different and drinking a little bit different than I had here in town. So a little bit of a sweeter drink. Have you ever had a dirty monkey? They are very dangerous, by the way. I got introduced to those a handful of years ago in Cabo. So I was trying to get rid of those calories. So step ups with curls was the first one. Then I mentioned that you're going to put your leg against the wall or against a beam or whatever you have and really work the glutes, the chain muscles I talked about earlier, your glutes, your hamstrings, your erector muscles in your back. This is what it looks like. Okay. Really push and bury that foot against the wall and then flatten that back down. Use your core muscles in the anterior chain, the transverse, your rectus abdominis to help in the up and down, driving through that heel. You'll really feel this the next day, by the way. So if I went and continued the workout on the beach, then you go straight out of that into these back crossover lunges. Again, alternating. So I did 20 total, 1 on each side, counted as 1, then 2, all the way up to 20. And as I mentioned when I talked about a giant set, it's going without doing any resting. So after you get done with that, I did the pulsing aspect of the back lunge, and then went into the hold. The isometric hold is actually how you'll wrap up. So after you come out of this exercise, we're going to go into this one, which is a split stance. There you go, with a hammer curl. So down, hammer curl, down, hammer curl. Engage the core, by the way. Draw the navel inward as if you're attaching it back to your spine. And then you're coming up all the way to where you're hitting in towards your deltoid or your shoulder muscle. And then the last one you're going to do is this. This is a 50-pound dumbbell, by the way, that I'm holding. So you do whatever you can do. You don't even have to use weights if you don't want to. I held this for 30 seconds. The dumbbell isometric hold at the end. After you do all of that, all the way through, you repeat your sets. So for me to go back and recap one more time, starting off with the first one, which again was the step ups with curls, I did a total of 20, stepping up on each side. 20 total, then went into 10 per leg on where you put your foot back on the wall or the beam, 10, and then alternate right away to the other side. This is what I did. And again, you pick for you. The back crossover lunges, 20 total, alternating each side and counting 1, 2, like that. Then going into your back split stance, your split stance with the hammer curls. I did 10 on each leg, and then the 30-second hold with the dumbbell at the end. Any questions on any of that, let me know. But I think it's a really good one for you to try. If you need assistance with anything, if you've got an injury, I mention this all the time, remember to check with your physician anytime before you do any type of a workout. All right, you're seeing the crawl across the screen. We've got Wet Your Whistle Wednesday at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And this is going to be a special one. We're going to do it from Chuck Gillentine's home. He is the owner of Defiance Ridge Vineyards. He's having Jim and me over this afternoon, and he's going to do the special Wet Your Whistle from his house. He lives in Lake Sherwood, just in that Marthasville, Missouri area. And can't wait. He's actually going to cook a rack of lamb, I think, for us. So keep an open mind, folks. Would it be something that I would order on a menu? Probably not. But it'll be fun to relax with him and show you where he lives and just, again, enjoy a good time with friends. And then tomorrow at 7 a.m., we have Positive Talk Time, as you see here, with Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. We will be with Jessica Cook, and we will be talking about the gala, getting an opportunity for you to purchase your tickets if you haven't yet. We also, let's see, Jessica just wrote me, and let me give you some breaking news. Oh, she just sent some pictures to me. These are all the dogs that went home. Oh, we're going to show all the dogs that went home since our last show when we had our parade of pets, and then all the new ones that have come in. They are having a grooming end of year special that if you book through the end of the year, October, November, December, January will then be 50% off. Oh, that's huge. So if you want to get your dogs groomed right now, you want to do something special for them for the holidays, get them all ready to go for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you can go in right now and get them groomed, and then you will come back for their grooming. January will be 50% off. Winter months are months you want to prepare to keep the dogs mat and tangle free to reduce the chance of shaving them down. I love that. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be talking about that and pushing, again, tickets to be sold for the gala. I know you all are charitable minded. So let's help out the dogs. Let's help out our first responders. We've got all these great things coming up. And I know you're very big on supporting those that support us. So let's do that together, folks. One more time, if you've got any ideas of things that you would like on our show, reach out to me, info@therealmonicaadams.com for ideas on show topics, on guests, and ideas that you have on sponsors or mobile Monicas. We've already written some down today. People said Innsbruck, Eckerts, and Hidden Valley that they would like for us to do some live shows from. We have our live show one more time on Friday coming up, our big 400th show celebration. Buy your tickets right now. If you've bought your tickets, tell your family and friends to join you. I mean, again, after all, you're getting an incredible steak dinner, probably the best steak you've ever had in your life, because Circle 6 has the #1 bull in the country. It's all about genetics. Don't you love that? Faith, family, farming. And this is the back part of the watering hole where you can gather because it's going to be gorgeous. You'll be able to be outside enjoying some time with family, friends, meeting some new people in the real Monica Adams community. We're going to interview some of you that want to go on with us, our Monica's maniacs that are always diehards watching the show every day. Thank you, by the way, from the bottom of my heart, because you are the reason I do this. You're the reason I get up. You're the reason that I prep for these shows. You're the reason we bring on some incredible guests. You're the reason people want to be a part of this, right? Businesses wanting to align themselves with what you need more of in life, which is a positive community. Got some really cool meetings set up. One of them today, one of them next week. She's excited about the one next week. I am as well, for possible, say some prayers, possible sponsors. All right, now I think there are deer. No, it's just Tessa. Adelaide's being a good girl today. I want to thank Aunt Laura, by the way. Hey, come here. For watching the dogs. She said they were great, but she said Adelaide can be nuts. Really, I think it's more that one. Tessa, come here. That one that you're going to see run into the screen. Oh, no, she's stretching. Tessa, I'm going to tell you right there she is. Tessa's the nuts. Let's see. Anything. We love our sponsors. Yes, please support them. All of you that have, by the way, thank you. There's Tessa. Thank you for all the support that you've given to our sponsors over the last year and a half, all of the new ones that have come on. And don't forget to share, like, and follow the live stream Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. And then on Thursday, be sure to be listening in for the audio podcast, which again, this Thursday will be the Back to the Future musical. And one of the cast members, Hannah, said she loved that show. So since she's in charge of the audio editing, I'm like, yep, you go, you do that. And then in the following weeks, for those of you that missed the show from Sarah Glasser from Yanology, that's going to be one of our upcoming audio podcasts. We'll have Chef Unger from Missouri Comfort as one of the upcoming ones as well. And then next week, we've got Dogs for Our Brave. I'm going to turn that one into our audio podcast. So when you see these, you can listen to them, or for people who missed the show, it's an opportunity for them to hear it for the first time and then maybe watch it a little bit later. Okay, we've got some big things on tap for you. Again, tonight or this afternoon, 4 o'clock. Be sure to tune in. Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. Tomorrow, 7 a.m., we have Yuppie Puppies, Forever Rescue. And again, a lot of great things to talk about to help the babies. And then on Friday, we've got Friendship Friday with Dot Fleshman. She is going to be joined by one of the people that she collaborates with in the real estate business. But she's also going to turn the table on me. She said she wants to interview me since we've had 17 years together as best friends. She is an incredible human being, as I'm sure you've all seen play out on our show, but she's going to ask me things about our friendship. We'll see if she can stump me. So Dot and I for Friendship Friday. And then next week, we've got Dr. Sarah Jensen joining us for Medical Monday. And then we've got, again, Brian from Dogs for Our Brave. Some big shows on tap for you, but fill in the blank. Let me know, who would you like to see on our show, or what topics would you like? All right, I'm going to go hug on those babies before I get ready. We've got a big day on tap, a very busy one at that. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Enjoy the weather for the next 10 days and even more probably. It's going to be gorgeous fall weather. Start thinking about getting outside, being active, and filling in that triangle of life. God love you all so much. I love you. Thank you, and continue to do what you can do with changing the world through kindness.